So 2024 has finally come to an end, and looking into 2025, we seem to have a ton of games to look forward to. So here I bring you top 10 most anticipated games to look forward to in 2025. So this video is not going to be based on any speculations. So games like Marvel's Wolverine, EA's Black Panther, and Iron Man game are not going to be on this list because these games sadly haven't been confirmed to be a 2025 release. So with that being said, if you did like the video, I would appreciate if you smash the like button, let me down in the comment section below what you think, and with that being said, let's dive straight into the video. So the first game on my list is GTA 6. I've been waiting for this game for a very long time, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there have been as well. So we got a first trailer for GTA 6 back in December 2023, and ever since then fans have been waiting for a second trailer, which is nowhere to be found. So the first trailer kind of gave us a vague release window of 2025, and the second trailer was meant to release with an accurate release date, perhaps giving us a day and a month. So the delay of the second trailer has caused fans to speculate that this game might be delayed, just like we've seen with GTA 5. Obviously I'm totally down for the game getting delayed if it means that I'm gonna get a well-polished Grand Theft Auto experience on release. GTA 6 has already broken countless records. For example, the views on YouTube is sitting at a whopping 230 million views, and the games cost about $2 billion to make. Yeah, that's with a capital B. Now, in my opinion, this is probably gonna be the most anticipated game of 2025. So I would say Rockstar should take their time in making history. So next on the list is Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. This game seemed to have come out of nowhere, but it seems to have a lot of people excited, myself included. The game's writer and director Amy Hennig is an ex-Naughty Dog's employee and has worked on previous Uncharted games, which is exciting as we could see similar patterns and talent showcased in this title. Now, we do not really know the current stage of development when it comes to this game, but we have had a few insights in regards to the game's new partnership with PlayOn. So PlayOn is kind of a publisher, and right now they are in partnership with Skydance, which I think is good news. So it means this game is kind of like in the right track. I think this game is in good hands, so we could be getting this game by 2025 as promised initially. There hasn't been much news lately in regards to Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra because the game has kind of gone dark ever since the first trailer. So the news we have are basically little crumbs here and there and nothing really substantial to hold on to. So I kind of believe the game is still scheduled for 2025, but we can't really know what's going on behind the curtains. One of the confirmed features that's set to be in the game is that we're going to have 4 different characters to play as. So we are able to play as different characters in certain moment in time in the game, but I don't think we're going to have the option to swap characters like we do in GTA 5, for example. So just remember, the game is going to be pretty much grounded. It's going to be similar to Uncharted, type of semi-open world type of game, adventure, kind of like a grounded superhero game, not necessarily an open world game. Do you still believe this is a 2025 release? Let me know down in the comment section. So next on the list is Ghost of Yotei, and as a Ghost of Tsushima fan, I was expecting to get a Ghost of Tsushima 2, but hey, I'm not complaining because this is just as good. The graphics are amazing, the visuals are stunning, just like you would expect from a Sucker Punch AAA game. So now, the main issue is there are people complaining about Jin Sakai not returning the next game, but in my opinion, I think this is a good idea to keep the dough fresh. And I think it's a really good way to build a series in terms of having a long-lasting franchise. So every new entry into the Ghost series is going to be Ghost of whatever new island, just like we've seen in Assassin's Creed games. A new character, a new map, every single game. So truly, this might be the longer-awaited Assassin's Creed Japan we've all been asking for, and we're going to touch more on that further in the video. I also want to mention there's going to be a huge time jump in terms of the time period when the game is going to be taking place. So we've gone from 1274 during the Mongol invasion to 1603. So if you watch the trailer, you can actually see there are firearms in the game now. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know if the game is going to be a real historical event, just like we've seen in Ghost of Tsushima, but still, regardless, I'm intrigued to see what Sucker Punch is cooking up. So let me know down in the comment section below, is this a cop for you? For me, it's a cop day one. So next up is Doom Dark Ages. So we seem to be going back to the medieval times, and if you've been a Doom fan, you kind of know what to expect. Do you know what I mean? So if you like your hook grappling, fast-paced, shotgun to the face game, then this is the right place for you. Just by looking at the trailer alone, it seems to give me a kind of a dark, medieval kind of vibe vibe, in terms of the color and the architecture and the art around it. So we have dragons now, we have even a shield you can throw around. So I'm kind of interested to see what this is gonna lead to. Now, to my best of knowledge, this is the most innovative Dooms game I've seen in a while. It looks like they are all going in. Go hard or you go home. And for those who might be asking if this is going to be an Xbox exclusive, I believe it's going to be available on all platforms. Probably not on the Switch, but for the PlayStation 5 owners, you need to purchase the game for full price. And for the Xbox and PC owners, you can get the game through Game Pass. And now if I'm to take a guess, I would say the game might be releasing by late 2025. I'm not sure. But with that said, let me know down in the comment section below, is this your cup of tea? So the next game is basically when The Witcher 3 and Assassin's Creed comes together and then they make a baby called Crimson Desert. The game is coming from a very talented developer known as Pearl Abyss, and they're known for previous projects like Black Desert Online. So Crimson Desert is an action RPG game in an open world medieval fantasy universe. The game boasts of stunning visuals and compelling narrative, with the release date expected to be in 2025. So based on my analysis, Crimson Desert is far from being a Souls-like game, but the game does not shy in making you try harder before you get the win. The game boasts of unique features. For example, during the boss fights, you have a lot of particle effects going on in your screen, so I think this makes the game stand out among its peers. For me, I'm going to be getting this game right behind Ghost of Yotei. 2025 seems to have a lot of open world RPG games, so we have more to uncover even further down the video. And next on the list is Borderlands 4, coming from Borderlands 3. If you've played that game, you either like it or you hate it. And coming from Borderlands 3, I believe to have enjoyed the game as much as I could have. The game was cut short. Not everyone did appreciate what happened to the game towards the ending of its life cycle, and to be honest, it wasn't loved as much as the previous entries. The game would have had a long life cycle only if we had updates and new DLCs to play through. But it is what it is. Now we have Borderlands 4, and we're looking forward to see what it can make out of this, upcoming masterpiece. So Borderlands 4 was announced during the Gamescom 2024. Borderlands 4 continues the beloved looter shooter series with a new character, worlds, and an arsenal of weapons. So the game is going to be set to be released in 2025 for Windows, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X. So we don't really know much so far in regards to Borderlands. There was no gameplay. It was just kind of a little teaser trailer, and that's all we got. So I personally will be playing this one. I've loved Borderlands games for what they are. They're kind of different from the Destiny 2s and the Warframe and etc. It has its own kind of take to it, where you kind of swap weapons every single time because your weapons can just go crazy. The weapons have no boundaries in Borderlands, and that's why I love this game for what it is. So yeah, Borderlands 2025, let's go. So the next game on the list is Fable's reboot, which has been kind of a weird one because the last Fable game we had was Fable in 2012, which was a Kinect spin-off Fable game, and the one before that was Fable back in 2010. Well, wait no longer because it seems like Fable is coming down the pipeline in 2025. Hopefully we get no delays. There have been a few complaints in regards to what the character looks like, and obviously this game has been revealed now for the past, I would say, 2 years more or less, and we haven't gotten any gameplay or trailer, so we only get like these cinematic trailers but nothing much. We haven't seen what the game would play like because it's been a long time since we've seen a Fable game. So the original Fable games were developed by Big Blue Box Studios, while this current Fable game will be worked on by Playground Games. These are the guys behind Forza Horizon. So honestly, I don't know what to say on this one because we don't know if the game is gonna feel like the original, because obviously it's being worked on by a different team and they probably don't have the same talents that worked on the first game to begin with. Well, this one is kind of up there, but obviously I do have a PC, so I'll probably give this one a try if it's on Game Pass. And yeah, let me know down in the comment section below. So the next on the list is Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is going to take place during the 16th century Japan, specifically during the Azuchi Momoyama period from 1579 to 1582, which marks the final stage of the Sengoku period, a time of intense civil war in Japan. The game features two protagonists, Naoe, a female shinobi, and Yasuke, an African samurai inspired by the historical figure of the same name. Players will explore regions like Kyoto, Kobe, Osaka, and the Iga province, encountering historical figures such as Oda Nobunaga. Well, the good news is the game is scheduled to release on February 14, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Windows, Xbox Series X and S, Mac OS, and iPad OS. Okay, so it's literally everywhere. You can play this game on your fridge. So there are going to be new features in the game and new locations that we're going to explore. The architecture is going to be different, which is going to, affect the way we roam around the city in terms of parkour and exploration, etc. There's going to be a huge influence by the Portuguese traders and Jesuit missionaries who introduced Christianity and new technologies like cannons and guns and etc. during that time period. The game will feature a dynamic environment, which changes seasons and affects the gameplay and the overall settings. So I think this game is going to be a pretty good game, and I do appreciate Ubisoft for actually pushing this game back to 2025. Obviously this year, the game was meant to be dropping last year, so it means we're going to get a more polished Assassin's Creed game, and hopefully it's for the best. So the last Assassin's Creed I played was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I didn't finish. I played Assassin's Creed Origins, I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which were actually really fun. I really like those games. Anything else from that has always been a miss for me, so hopefully this one actually makes sense this year. As I said, we're getting Ghost of Yotei based in Japan, and we're getting Assassin's Creed Shadows based in Japan. We'll see which of the two is going to be the greater game. So next on the list is from Pharaoh's Games, which is a highly anticipated game by fans, as I can see a lot of people are anticipating for this game and they can't wait to get their hands on it. So Civilization 7 is scheduled for release on February 11th, 2025, and it's going to be on all platforms. Now, if you've played the Civilization game before, you kind of know what to expect. So this installment introduces significant changes to classic Civilization formula, so aiming to provide a fresh and engaging experience for both new and returning players. So these are the key features you could expect to see in the game. So it's going to be a 3-age structure, so the game is going to be divided into 3 distinct eras: Antiquity, Exploration, and Modern. This is of which we can play through in any one of these eras. And also you have the leader and civilization pairing, which means players can now pair any leader with civilization, allowing for unique combinations and strategic possibilities. Age transitions and crisis, commanders and military overhaul. So I think this is going to be a huge robust entry into the series, which is going to bring some fresh air, and I can't wait to see what they can do finally with a new title. So leave it in the comment section below. Is Civilization a go for you? I've not tried any of these games before, but I'll be keeping my eyes on it. So last but not the least is Monster Hunter Wilds, which is an upcoming installment in Capcom's acclaimed action RPG series, scheduled for release on February 28th, 2025. It's going to be on all consoles and all platforms. So for the first time in the series, players are going to be exploring a seamless, open world and dynamic, ever-changing environments, enhancing immersion and discovery. And they're also going to have new features like a new mount. I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's called Sacred or something. Introducing Sacred, a mountable creature that's going to help you in traversing this expansive and immersive landscape. There are also other key features like enhanced combat mechanics, dynamic ecosystem, multiplayer integration, and I also believe there was a beta back in October 31st to November the 4th, 2024, allowing players to experience the character's creation, a story trial, and a hunt against a monster called Doshaguma. So these are my top 10 most anticipated AAA games of 2025. There are obviously more games out there that we haven't even heard of that are still yet to be announced, or they're just gonna drop out of nowhere. So obviously I've got some honorable mentions. For example, Dune Awakening, which is a survival MMO set in Frank Herbert's Dune universe. So if you've watched the movie or if you've watched the series, you're probably going to be more interested into this game. I've seen the movie. I probably would get it, but there's a problem I have with movie and video game adaptation. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. I just want to keep my eye on this one. Wait till the game releases, watch the reviews and see if it's a good adaptation, and then we might try out. And the next game I have is Judas from Ken Levine, the creator of BioShock. So you already know what you're expecting. So Judas is anticipated to offer a narrative-driven experience set in a mysterious, immersive world, potentially exploring the complex themes and moral choices. Next up is Death Stranding 2 on the Beach. So Hideo Kojima, most people see him as the godfather in video games. If you've played the Metal Gear Solid games, you know what we're talking about. So, but unfortunately, Death Stranding is not my cup of tea. I've not played the first one, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to play Death Stranding 2 either. The game is just not my type of game. I've seen the gameplays. They kind of look kind of there for me, kind of boring. I like my games to have a lot going on, Now I've seen the trailer for Death Stranding 2 and the combat scenes and all that kind of stuff, so I might give this one a shot, but it's still one of those games that just out of the radar right now. But Obviously, if I see more things that convinces me of this game potentially being a good one for me this year, then why not? I'm gonna give it a try. But anyways, these are my top 10 games for 2025. At least I'm gonna try to play 5 of these, because you know, you gotta work, you got all the kind of, you know, responsibilities out of video games, but we're gonna make time to play these games. Let me know down in the comment section below what games are you looking forward to, and what will you be playing, and what you play now, and what games would you want to see in 2025 that are not on this list, right? So with that being said, I appreciate you for watching the video. It's your boy Skadoosh. I'm gonna catch you guys in my next one. Skadoosh.